We're going to do this.
New Age radicals become a guest of the gurus. And the
What that
priests
is?
of voodoo
That's me.
hear the prayers to the dead
All right.
and the cries of the possessed. Join the spiritually curious journey. Believer coming this spring.
Old school pictures. Old school pictures. Hold on. We're going to go through each one of these. Look at it. We're going to go up high. Let's get closer. Old school pictures. Anybody remember these old pictures? Oh, wait a minute. That's a good one. I'll take that one.
Visionary prophet, impassioned preacher, fearless revolutionary. Following Herod's sentence of death, John the Baptist awaits his fate.
There's nothing in Scripture that would cause me to believe that he doubts or even fear in that moment.
John has a cautionary tale to others that might stand up publicly against them as John did.
In 2010, the world of archaeology was galvanized by the discovery in Bulgaria of a relic whose date and DNA are compatible with those of John the Baptist.
That's my dad.
In Oxford's archaeology lab, Tom and George
Grandmother.
wait for the results of this new test as they work to build up a comprehensive date map of John the Baptist's relics across Europe. Could this latest test match the individual from Bulgaria?
Let's see if I can go all the way down the line. That's me right there. If you didn't recognize me. Oh, I ain't gonna show that one. That was a tad bit too much. Back in the day.
The result isn't surprising to me. There are many phones attributed to John the Baptist, and they can't all be. In this particular case, using radiation,
Turn
managed to show
the little
that
apple
the date
around
of this
here.
particular bone is about 6th century later than it ought to be.
We've tested now 2 elixirs.
This is gonna be a long ass video, right?
One date from the 1st century
I'm
and one
still
date from the
filming.
8th century, and we're just starting now to get a feel for what there is out there. So it's very exciting. It gives us a new bit of information, and I'm hopeful that we'll go forward.
Bam.
We'll ask more questions and we'll test more relics.
For Tom and George, the investigation goes on. With as many as 200 relics associated with John the
Let me
Baptist,
do this. Let me do
they
this. Let me
hope
do
they
this. Let me
may
do
once
this.
again find a piece that could be a match for it, bringing science closer to the man who may actually have been Jesus' blood relation. The science does matter, even if a relic is 1,000
If y'all can
years
see
old,
these pictures, they're
1,500 years old. Venerating
Make
a
sure
relic
you get a view
maintains
of
that
everybody.
connection with the
Aye.
tradition, with
You know who that
our
is. You know who that is. Let's see, can I get all these people in here?
We hear from the Gospels that when
You had to have a
Jesus
steady hand for that
John
one.
died, he actually withdrew
That's
into
Rick.
the wilderness and spent some time on his own.
Lisa.
It was obviously a traumatic event in Jesus'
And
life.
then Keith.
The idea of someone dear to you that had been beheaded must have struck his heart, but it didn't change anything about the mission that must have been for.
Jesus saw John as the catalyst for change, as the person who signaled that now
It was innocent knowledge of Jesus. He
Let's
knows
go.
to never come
Let me do this, let me do this, let me do this, let me do this.
in the same way we don't unto death.
I remember that old truck.
Mobilizing his followers to repent and turn towards God. John the Baptist had dared to speak truth.
My old dog Silk.
And for this, he pays the ultimate price.
Like if he understood that he was a martyr.
I'm not done with that shit yet.
He's a martyr in the cause. A beautiful kingdom of God on earth, which is what he preached all his life.
I see Jesus and John as being very similar in terms of their conception of God, in terms of
Yeah,
what
them
they
crib
want
sleep.
people to do,
Yeah.
in terms of their call for repentance, and this idea that the world would be transformed. And they're calling people really to start it in the here and now. Who are they?
In the wake of John's death, many of his followers turned to Jesus as John's movement slowly declined, eclipsed by the new growing Christian church whose message spreads across the world.
John's disciples are still around long after the death of Jesus. But perhaps the biggest difference is that ultimately, in the early Jesus movement, there's an appeal to Gentiles. And as soon as the Gentiles are converted to this new movement, we get a much more successful global kind of mission.
But John's voice can still be heard in a very direct way through one of Jesus' most famous teachings, the Lord's Prayer itself.
Father, hallowed be your name.
The words spoken by Jesus were directly inspired by John.
This is day.
Uh-oh. Where am I at? Oh, right there, right there, right there.
Forgive us our sins. For we ourselves forgive everyone who's indebted to us.
Ah, okay, I gotta turn this thing around. This ain't gonna work. Y'all know these people?
But deliver us from evil.
Eh. Look at me.
Breaking news. I'm George Howell, CNN World Headquarters in Atlanta. Here are
Oh, did I get that? I didn't do that.
Jesus will air in its
Let me do it, 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 let me do it. Okay, I don't think it's gonna show up.
53 years old. He shot to fame with the 1980s duo Wham, and then went on to have a successful solo career with Michael. In 1987, his debut of the album Faith, it sold more than 10 million copies.
Can you believe that's Rick?
Michael's publicist says, quote, George passed away peacefully
Shantae.
at home over the Christmas period. Michael told CNN 8 years ago that he was hoping to slow things down on the career front, but seemed optimistic about his future. Listen. Elton John posted on Instagram, I have lost a beloved friend. And so it is for so many of George Michael's fans who purchased more than 100 million albums over the course of his career. Several other celebrities from all sides of the entertainment spectrum have paid their respects online. Talk show host Ellen DeGeneres tweeted this. I just heard about my friend George Michael's death. He was such a brilliant talent. I'm so sad. Comedian Ricky Gervais simply said, unbelievable, R.I.P. George Michael. And Star Trek actor William Shatner also paid his
This
tribute.
is my dad's
Is this
house.
year over yet, he wrote.
I got to show
Too
you
many
how it
people
looks
are
today.
passing away.
Don't nothing like that. A tree
At
fell
George
on
Howell
it.
at CNN World
That's another
Headquarters in
story.
Atlanta, we now return
That's
our US
another
audience
freaking
to finding
story.
Jesus.
That's my old house.
An ancient burial box.
That's my rental property I don't want.
Inscribed with the name James,
These are family. That's
son
on
of
me.
Joseph.
Family
brother
members. Never
of
girls look
Jesus.
like.
A
That's a
box
cool
that
picture.
might
That go
actually
me
be a
right there.
connection
That go Rick,
to Jesus Christ
Shantae,
himself.
Isaiah, Keith.
But who was his brother James?
The Gospels are very clear that Jesus had siblings.
From doubter
Can you imagine if your brother said,
I don't see
"I'm
it.
the Son of
What
God"?
is it?
to leader.
James
Uh,
ran the whole show in Jerusalem.
Bam.
But why has James
They recognize you in the tree, bro.
James really is the forgotten man.
embroiled in one of the longest forgery trials ever. Could this box be the first physical evidence of Jesus and his secret brother James?
I'm not even remotely done looking through this photo album. Oh, I don't like that. I like a queen. Look at that. Look at me. Look at my hair. Hold on. Yee.
Fall 2002. The Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto, Canada opens its doors to what may be the most significant discovery ever in biblical archaeology. A limestone burial box known as an ossuary, scientifically dated to the time of Christ. On its side,
You know
an
that is
inscription in ancient
Rick
Aramaic,
again.
which reads,
Dale
James,
Keith,
son of Joseph, brother of Jesus.
cousin Tammy.
It came just as we'd crossed the millennium threshold. We'd already had the writing of the bug, we'd had the Pope's millennial visit to the Holy Land,
Damn.
and this seemed to be
That's
another one of those sort of
Silhouette
millennial
Shantae.
happenings.
It's claimed
Damn.
that this box, measuring
Keith.
10 inches by 20,
I know that. Shantae.
is no less than the burial casket of James,
Mommy. Dougie.
the brother of
Shantae.
Jesus Christ.
All my little dogs that I missed.
The ossuary is so important, not just for the fact that it says the brother of Jesus, but you have to understand that there's no physical evidence of the existence
Christ.
of Jesus of Nazareth dating from the time of Jesus. There is nothing except the Gospels, which were written down decades
This
later.
was my first house.
This would be the
Riverdale.
first physical evidence.
That's where it looked when I
that
first
Jesus
bought
of
it.
Nazareth existed.
That's a before, not the picture. That was where it looked when I first bought it.
A landmark.
That's where it looked when I finished. Before, not the picture.
Material evidence, non-literary.
Had a new roof put on it, new siding, and all kind of stuff.
Jesus.
Christmas
People
time.
would be extremely surprised to learn that Jesus had siblings. Even though James is called the brother of Jesus in the New Testament, most Christians grow up learning that Mary was a virgin and that he didn't have any siblings. So I think most people would be astonished.
If anybody sit here and look at this whole entire video,
The Gospels of
I want you to
Matthew,
post something at the
Mark,
bottom. Let me know
name
you did,
Jesus'
because this is a long ass video.
as well as James, there's
It
Joseph,
really is.
Judas, and Simon, alongside at least 2 unnamed sisters. But exactly whose offspring these other children
Tifa.
are is still the subject of
What's that
debate.
little mutt? She passed away.
For Catholics, there is that emphasis on Mary's virginity. She was not only a virgin at the time of Jesus' conception and birth, but also afterwards. So that's why I like
They
to think
broke
of
that
James,
statue. I
the
remember
brother
that
of
statue from a
Jesus,
long time
as
ago.
probably a child from Joseph's prior marriage before he married Mary.
But not all Christians are in agreement.
But Protestants would
Okay.
say there are other
Almost
children
done.
that are the biological kids of Mary and Joseph, in which case Jesus would be the older brother, and perhaps other siblings of Jesus would have looked up to him.
Matthew 1:25 says, literally, Joseph was not knowing her in the carnal sense until she gave birth to Jesus. Now, any normal reading of that sentence implies he went on to have more children after that, and his brothers and sisters are, in fact, his brothers and sisters.
The Bible tells us very little about the early life of Jesus.
The Gospels really fast forward almost totally until he's 30 years old and he's the Son of God. What about all those missing years when he was a teenager, playing around with his brothers, getting into trouble?
Written around 100 years after Jesus'
Almost
death,
done.
the Infancy Gospel of Thomas is a collection of stories about his childhood.
There is a peculiar story about James, and it's an interesting picture of Jesus and James
That's Six Flags.
together as children.
That's me.
Joseph sent James into the forest to gather sticks. Jesus also went with him.
That dog had the most outfits. It was unreal. Look at it. Six Flags again. Me again. Keith. Almost done. Oh, this is Stone Mountain. Our trip was Stone Mountain.
An abominable
on
snake
bike
bit
riding.
James on the hand. And as he lay dying, the boy Jesus ran to James.
Never failed to
and
have
did
something
nothing
stupid,
but
right?
blow on the bike.
Yeah.
And immediately the bike was healed.
James is put there with Jesus from the very beginning. We see a organic connection between them, not only in terms of their relationship, but also in terms of their common experience.
But the
I
story
know what they
of
were
James,
doing.
the brother of Jesus, will be forgotten. Until
Okay,
this
I'm almost
man
done.
bearing his name reappears.
Alright, hang in there. Uh-oh, where am I at? I'm getting so
The most
tired.
controversial forgery trials ever.
Unreal. Let's get Dale on this dirt go-kart. We're gonna end it out with Dale. Dale.
Grilled cheese and Campbell's tomato soup.
Someone
go
acting
together
stupid in the
like
garage.
grandchildren and chaos. Made for
That's me
real,
and Rick.
real life.
Don't put your eyes down. You're
Me and Dale.
not to blame.
Me.
And aching from crying.
Me and man.
I'll wait with you.
I don't like that. You can't see me. That ain't cute. Wait a minute. Let's fix that right there. There we go. Now let's do it. And that's it. That concludes our picture, house next door to my dad's house, for the day.